My name is Emma. I am 24 years old. 3 months ago, I got married. My husband's name is Daniel. Daniel is kind. He is honest. He always makes me feel safe. But our story was not easy. When I first met him, I was working in a small bookstore. I earned very little money. Some days I worried about rent. Some nights I cried alone in my room. Life felt very heavy. Then one rainy evening, Daniel walked into the bookstore. He smiled at me. I smiled back. At first, he was just a customer, but he came again the next day, and the day after that. Soon we started talking. We talked about books. We talked about dreams. We talked about life. Every time he left, I felt a little sad. Every time he returned, I felt happy again. Months passed. One evening, he looked at me and smiled. "Emma," he said softly, "I think I am falling in love with you." My heart stopped for a moment. No one had ever said those words to me before. I looked into his eyes. "I think I love you too," I whispered. A year later, we got married. It was a small wedding. No luxury, no expensive decorations, just love, just family, just two hearts choosing each other. That night was beautiful, but the next morning changed everything. I opened my eyes slowly. The sun was shining through the window. Daniel was sleeping beside me. I looked at his face and smiled. Then I noticed something on the bedside table. Deep breath, a small white envelope. My name was written on it, and when I opened it, my hand started shaking, because inside was a secret Daniel had never told me. And in that moment, I did not know if my marriage was about to become stronger or fall apart forever. The letter felt heavy in my hands. My heart was beating fast. Daniel was still asleep. I looked at him. Then I looked back at the letter. Slowly, I opened it. Inside was another piece of paper. The words were short, but they changed everything. "Emma, if you are reading this, there's something I never told you." My hands started shaking. I kept reading. Years ago, Daniel had been engaged to another woman. Her name was Sarah. They planned to get married, but 2 weeks before the wedding, Sarah died in a car accident. I covered my mouth. I could not believe it. Daniel never told me, not once, not ever. Tears filled my eyes. Why would he hide something so important? Why did I have to find out this way? At that moment, Daniel woke up. He saw the letter in my hands. His face became pale. He whispered, "Emma." I stood up. "Why didn't you tell me?" His eyes filled with tears. I was afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid of losing you. The room became silent. Daniel looked broken. "I loved Sarah," he said softly. "But after she died, I thought my heart would never heal." He looked directly at me. "Then he met you. You brought light back into my life." His voice was shaking. "I didn't hide the truth because I didn't love you. I hid it because I was scared." I turned away. Part of me was hurt. Part of me understood. But one question remained. Then Daniel said something that shocked me even more. "There's something else you don't know." My heart stopped again. Something else? What could possibly be worse? Then he reached into a drawer and pulled out a small box. What I saw inside made tears fall down my face immediately. because the box contained something that was connected to me long before I ever met Daniel. And suddenly, everything I believed about our love story changed. I stared at the box. My hands were trembling. Daniel opened it slowly. Inside were old photographs. Very old photographs. I picked one up. My eyes became wide. I could not believe what I was seeing. The photograph showed my mother. I almost dropped it. "How do you have this?" I asked. Daniel smiled sadly. Years ago, Daniel's family had known my family, but after many difficult events, both families lost contact. My parents never spoke about it. I never knew. Daniel discovered the connection after we started dating. He wanted to tell me, but first, he wanted to be sure our relationship was real, not based on the past, but based on love. Tears rolled down my cheeks. Suddenly, everything made sense. The letter, the photographs, the fear inside Daniel's heart. He had carried pain for years, yet he still chose to love again. He still chose hope, and he chose me. I walked toward him slowly. Daniel looked nervous. "Are you angry?" he asked quietly. I shook my head. "No." Then I hugged him tightly, very tightly. "I am not angry. I just wish you had trusted me sooner." Daniel nodded. "I know. I am sorry." For a long moment, neither of us spoke. We simply held each other. The morning sunlight filled the room. Everything felt calm. Everything felt right. That morning, I learned something important. Love is not about perfect people. Love is about honest people. People who make mistakes. People who carry scars. People who choose each other anyway. Daniel was not perfect. Neither was I. But our love was real. And sometimes, real love is more beautiful than perfect love. That was the first morning of our married life. And it became the first morning of a deeper love. The first morning of trust. The first morning of forever. And I will never forget it.